Hello everyone, welcome to English lesson of today. You're always with me, Claude Rutabana, and I want to help you improve your spoken English. So today is so special. I want to take you through English lesson of today, but you can speak English fluently or you have problems. But when do we say that someone speaks a language fluently? When we say that someone speaks a language fluently, we usually mean that they have a high level in all four skills. I mean, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Present teacher knows learners often have strength and weakness in a particular skills, and in some cases can achieve high level in, for example, reading and writing, but not being able to speak or listen at a comparable level. For some purposes, highly specialized jobs, for example, there's and even skills may not matter very much. However, English is such an important skill in the global world and needed in so many different contexts that someone without a good ability in four skills will greatly reduce the opportunities open to them in education or in professional life. So in today's lesson, I want to get English learners in Rwanda speak English. I'll be asking so many different questions to see what they think about four skills of English language. Well, I'm Nalaron. I'm with English students, intermediate level, and now they're sharing what they think is the most difficult skill in English.
Thank you. I'm Kurt Erishimimana. The most difficult skills of English for me is listening, because it depends on how we pronounce the English. Even though among us we pronounce English in different ways, so it is that cause the most difficult is listening for me. Thank you.
The most difficult for skills of language is speaking. Like sometimes if you know the word, you can easy to listening, but don't ready to be speaking. But the many vocabularies is very difficult to know some people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The most difficult is listening. Sometimes I met with the confusion about the different pronunciation from different countries. When American is speaking, it requires to read him or to follow him very carefully in order to listen what he is saying. Sometimes I can miss some messages because their speech they speak very fast. So in order to understand the message, it requires to be active. And for me, sometimes I miss the message he wants to give me. I miss it. Another problem for me to speak, when I listen what you are asking, I can answer you. Even when you say the word, when you pronounce it well, I can write it very easy. But the most problem for me I have, when your speech is accelerating very fast. When you speak very fast, for me, it is not easy to understand your speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with me in this English lesson. And remember that the purpose of today's English lesson is to get these English learners speak English. We're not dealing with the grammar or other language problems, so we want to get them speaking and practice their speaking, talking about 4 skills of English. And now they go on showing why some students can't even introduce themselves while they study in the same way, in the same class, but some of them can communicate, however others can't even utter a single word. Let's go on.
For me, the reason even the audience can improve that problem, that is, for me, that is the reason.
For me, I can say that the reason why some of us we are just quiet, maybe it's about our public speaking skills, or mostly is about our English speaking skills. For example, when you change the theme, and maybe you can speak in Chinyarwanda, I think all of us we can express our ideas. Just for me, it's only our English speaking skills. Thank you.
Thank you so much for going to our English lesson. And remember that today, English learners are practicing their English speaking, showing why some English skills are so difficult for them.
The reason I think is that, as you know, we have introvert people and extrovert people. There's someone who like to express their ideas, they are extrovert people. In society, we have introvert people, maybe those who don't like to share the ideas for others, they are introvert people. They like to keep on their ideas. Maybe if you ask them by writing, they can show us their ideas. In society, we have some people who like to speak, while others they like to keep quiet. Maybe it is because individual difference. Thank you.
For me, I think there is, first of all, you have to think about you have to have a confidence of speaking, running. Also, sometimes we have a difficult something that challenge some people to express or to have ability on, for example, on the English language. For example, in order to not commit some mistake, like a grammatic mistake, vocabulary, and also on. But also something like laziness, or to build something that something that can really. I don't have a full meaning of that, but sometimes people feel to express the capacity. So if you express on your capacity, so then you may reach on the advanced level slowly. It's a problem of confidence. Be confident on your level. For the next time, it will be a better. You're going to reach the way of good communication in the English language.
Thank you. We don't understand for speaking English for everyone because of when we don't the meaning of the word will be difficult for speaking, for writing and reading because of we don't understand the meaning of the word. Thank you.
The reason why some people they don't speak English, it is a fear. Some people they have a fear to express their self when they're in the front of others. Another one, it is a problem of language skills. And the third one, it is a personality. For example, on personality, when you are a teacher, some people or some students, they ask the question to express in the front of the others. When you ask them to express in the front of others, they get 0. But you write any question, they get a full marks. That is only why there's some people, the why they don't express the English is because of fear, language skills, and the problem of expressing their. Thank you very much.
What I think, the first one is education system. Among of us, there are many people who studied in a French system. That's why they cannot express their idea in English. Is the first one. The second is laziness or fear. Among of us, it may be some people cannot be able to stand on a public and express their idea because of laziness or fear. Also is communication problem or skills. The basic skills of English, one of us, we didn't catch during our education. That is my opinion.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope you remember the purpose of today's English lesson. We're practicing our English speaking. We're not neither judging grammar mistakes nor accent. Let's go on.
Even in a society, it can provide that problem. For example, I was studied and I have diploma in senior 6, and then where I live in my society, I have some knowledge of English, even to speak, writing and listening. And when I reach in my society, I lose anyone can share my ideas and or someone who can speak with me. I see that it is a reason why it can also it can be problem. Thank you.
For me here, the main problem that is happening to people, that people don't talk in public, is because they fear to talk in public. When somebody is asked to talk, the person starts shaking. The person fear from talking. Mainly here, people speak this language from here. I don't know that language. Maybe it's Rwanda. They are used to it. That's why they don't talk publicly like that.
Thank you so much. I'm also from South Sudan. I think here the main reason I see here is transitioning from French to English is a major challenge here. Because when I see most of the people, most of them studied initially in French, and that now they are transitioning from French to English. So that is why it is somehow difficult for some of us to express themselves in English in public. That's another thing. Another thing is even losing confidence. Most of our people, you tend to lose confidence in terms of speaking. There is nothing somebody can do for you if you are standing in public and speak.
Excellent, excellent. Now, students found that they have problems, and also they have got some suggestions as a remedy. So how do they think that they can address all these problems they have to communicate in English? And of course, I found that some students who are really a bit advanced in English can humiliate their colleagues who commit much mistakes when it comes to speaking, practicing. But I encourage them not to humiliate their colleagues because the purpose is just to try to speak some English, expressing their ideas.
Because if we don't practice, we cannot make things what? Perfect. The other thing we need to do is the foundation from basic school. What we need to do is to promote what we call a debate. Even among ourselves here, what we see as a presentation during coursework is very important. It will help us to develop the skills and also the attitudes, positive attitudes in terms towards speaking in public. I think for me the major concern I've seen is transitioning from French to English and also loving our language so much. So that is another thing, is a major challenge here. Thank you so much.
Well, now moving on our English speaking practice, now are there reflections on how they can differentiate secondary school from the university?
Okay, the difference between university and secondary school is At university, the lecturer is not obliged to teach you everything. You have to make your own research sometimes also. While at secondary school, you are there coming in school and listening to the teacher. I mean, you will be studying just what the teacher prepared for you. While at university, you have to make your own efforts. That is the difference. So according to me.
Okay, thank you. I can differentiate the advanced level and the university based on the definition of the universe. The universe can be defined as the very wide space that holds everything. So, when you reach in the university, there is no barrier of research. You can search everything. For example, when you reach in the village, those people in the village, they know that is someone who studies in the university. He is an intellectual one. So they think that the one who is in the universe, they have the big capacity in different subjects. This is different from the secondary. Secondary, when you are interested in physics, chemistry, and biology, for example, you do the research according to those subjects, but it's different from the university. When you reach in the university, for example, you are dealing with business. You have to take different researches according to history, geography. You can collect all information from different books in order to adapt where you can reach. That's the difference from university and secondary schools. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm starting to tell us the difference between secondary school and university. I think that university is considered as the high level. Everyone who is in university is fighting for increasing the level of understanding. Then university is considered as running deeply, that is related to the secondary school, but someone who is university has the capacity there and mature enough to know what does it mean and to make different research in order to increase the level of understanding. But in a secondary school, I think someone who is in secondary school has challenged by many things. For example, someone else, you don't know how to put into practice what you have understood and what you have to be able to do. There is no enough capacity according comparatively to the someone who is university. Thank you.
Thank you. Another difference between high school and university. First of all, in high school, there is a teacher, but in university there is lectures. The second difference, in high school, the teacher writing in the black table, but in university, the rector used some machines or the projection. Thank you. The third difference. When you have a diploma, just you become a human now. You become human. But when you when you still studying in high school, and I can say you still child. Not you are not allowed to be human. And then when you study in university, you are mature enough, you have everything you can tell your classmate, and you have a decision. Maybe it can be good decision or bad decision. That is the difference between the high school and university. Thank you.
I'm going to give you a difference between university and the secondary school. University, it is institution of educational level, reward a bachelor degree. While secondary school, you get A2 diploma. According to educators, the educator who give the knowledge in the university, it is a lecturer. While secondary school, it is a teacher. Another one, the university can be taken place anywhere you want, but education in the secondary school can take place in the college or school. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So there is a difference between university and the secondary school. So where I can say, in the secondary schools, the teacher or staff from there, from that school, used to control all learners, to control their behaviors. So where, for example, when they choose the uniform to wear there, they choose clothes that they have to wear. But in this university, in some university, lecturers and the staff, they don't choose. They don't say that you have to wear this. For example, this skirt. This skirt. So another thing, in the secondary school, the same to the teachers and the staff try to decide what their students have to do. But at the university, all students from there have to decide what is good or what is bad. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys out there. If you're an advanced English speaker, you see now there are many problems. English learners can face different problems that include grammar mistakes. You see the lack of vocabulary. You see there's accent problems. But I'm here to help you find the best way to practice your English and handle that. So make sure you stick with me. You can even visit www.englishaccent.hub.com to start practicing. So I'm here to help you. Now we go on telling us how they can improve their English.
Another thing to make the listening well, there are some songs which are lyrics. When they sing, they bring the written title. So for me, that way it helps me how to listen the speech from Americans. For example, when Justin Bieber he is singing a song, most time I miss some message. But when I see the lyrics of that song, I get the full message. So when I hear the way he said the word, also when I want to use it, I try to speak it as I see it on the lyrics. Thank you.
Well done. These are not English native speakers. They're just students at the intermediate level trying to learn English, and now we're expressing their ideas about the way it can help for them to improve their English level. So guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Now we end up the show. But one more thing to tell you. If you want to sound fluent while speaking English, there's so much materials out there that can help you practice your English and sound more fluent. You know, practice helps you improve your English level. You can even visit www.englishaccent.hub.com. There you can find different materials to practice with. I'm Claude Rutabana. Stick with me so that you don't miss any of this kind of lesson.